Hi everyone, welcome back. Now I'm going to continue another proof of 1 is equal to -1, but from the complex number point of view instead of using absolute value equation. Right? Now I'm going to start off the proof from here. Now bear in mind this proof is not really from me. It's just that I learned it before. I sort of find very interesting. I would like to share with everyone, and then for the purpose of learning here, right? So I'm going to start off from line one again. Okay, the same thing. So I'm going to use that very simple definitions of -1. So we know that -1 is equal to -1 here, right? So maybe this one I'll change the color here so that we can recognize the line number later on. So I'm going to label this as line 1, 2, okay. Maybe we'll have line 3, line 4, maybe line 5. Okay, I'm going to pause there first in case I overshoot here. Okay, now starting from -1 equal to -1, I can also rewrite my left hand side expression as -1 divided by 1, which is also -1. Or my right hand side, I can write as 1 divided by -1, which also yield -1, right? For me at this point, I don't see anything wrong with that, but you guys go ahead and think about that. And then from here onwards, I'm going to apply square root both sides. So therefore, this is how it look like. This is the same as this. Okay, this is how it look like. And then I'm going to apply the square root. Okay, so here I'm going to write down on a different line here so that you can see the applications here. Okay, now we're going to apply square root here, both side. Okay, now that's how it look like. And then line number 5, we can sort of split the square root into this. We will have square root -1 over square root 1 is equal to square root 1 over -1 here. Okay. And then we have to use a bit of definitions from the complex number. So by definitions of complex number, we know that complex number is represented as I. I stand for imaginary component. The I itself actually represent the square root of -1. Or indirectly, you can write down that as I square equal to -1 in this case. Right? I square is actually equal to -1. Right? So from here itself, you can further simplify that as, okay, step number 6, we have negative. You can see that my numerator, -1, is actually an I. So I'm going to replace that as I. Square root of 1 is actually a 1. This is a 1, of course. And then divided by I. Okay, so at this point, this is where we are. And then from here itself, step number 7, I can actually write down this as, I can cross multiply. So once I cross multiply, I will have I square, because I multiplied by I is I square, is equal to a 1. And then we know that from here, I square by definition is -1. Therefore, I managed to prove that 1 is actually equal to -1. But of course, that is impossible in mathematics, All right. So this is a task for you if you are interested to explore more. Try to identify which line 1 to 7 here contain the mathematical fallacy. Do drop your comments down if you'd like to explore more, right? Okay. Um, Happy learning, everyone. Until I see you again.